Good evening, everybody. So great to see you. What a beautiful night, what a beautiful occasion. My name is Steve Fastook. I'm the chair of the Kean University Board of Trustees, and on behalf of all of us at Kean, I want to say congratulations to our graduates. It's an honor to be in your presence. This is a very special evening. It's our Kean University's doctoral hooding ceremony. Today we celebrate yet another enormously successful academic year at Kean, and we recognize a truly stellar class of doctoral graduates. We have a great program for you, so let's get to it. So, do me a favor, phones on silent. If you do leave your phones on to take pictures, use the hashtag Kean2025, and that way we keep them all together on our posts, but we'll enjoy this event together in real time. Now, it is my privilege to declare this 2025 doctoral ceremony officially underway. I'd like to ask that all active service personnel and veterans please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your service. Everyone else, please rise and remain standing until we instruct you to take your seats. If you would, please join our service members in a moment of silence as we acknowledge our troops who are bravely serving our country at home and overseas. We also remember those who helped us along this journey. May the memories of our friends and loved ones continue to inspire us to live our best lives. So please, let's have a moment of silence. Thank you. We now welcome to the stage Angela Ronan, who is graduating with a doctorate in speech-language pathology. She is going to perform the national anthem for us. Also performing is American Sign Language student interpreter Sabrina Rempel, who is graduating this year with a master's in speech-language pathology.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful. I now welcome to the podium Lucia Pasternak, campus minister at Kean University. She will deliver the invocation.
God, creator of all things, true source of light and wisdom, lofty origin of all being, graciously let a ray of your brilliance penetrate the darkness of our limited understanding. Bless us this day with a strong desire for knowledge of your truth. Look lovingly upon these graduates. Grant them a deep sense of gratitude for their accomplishments and a continued zeal for learning. Grant them the ability to share their knowledge with a waiting world and a generosity of spirit to be of service to others. We ask, too, for your blessings upon the Kean University community its faculty, students, administration, staff, and benefactors. May this day, marking the doctoral hooding of our graduates, grant also grateful hearts for your profound goodness towards us. We ask this in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated. Before I introduce our platform guests, I'd like to thank our sign language interpreters, Kathy Farajan and Stephen Toth. Platform guests, please rise and remain standing when I call your name, and try to hold your applause until all the platform guests have been introduced. So joining me on the platform today are Professor Patrick Ippolito, College of Education, who carried our mace today, Ed Esposito, President of the Kean Alumni Association, Lucia Pasternak, Campus Ministry, Melissa Jacob, a doctoral student of distinction, Dr. Sanche Gray, Dean, the College of Education, Dr. James Konopak, Dean, the College of Health Professions and Human Services, Danielle Brathwaite, Student Trustee, Kean University Board of Trustees, Dr. Thomas Bistocchi, Trustee, Kean University Board of Trustees, Ada Morell, Trustee, Kean University Board of Trustees, and Dr. David Birdsall, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. The platform may be seated. Now, this person needs no introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, please a warm welcome for our president, Dr. Lamont Repollet.
Thank you, Chair Fastook. Look around here and we take a look at this. You guys are beautiful, by the way. Good evening. It is my great joy to welcome you to Kean University for our inaugural doctoral hooding ceremony. This is the first time we have hosted this event to specially recognize our newest class of doctoral graduates. 59 of you are here today as part of Kean's doctoral class of 2025, and today is your day. Each of you has pushed boundaries, balanced life and learning, and climbed higher, together with every step. You arrived here with a story and a vision that drew you to the demanding and transformative path of earning your doctorate. The journey to this moment was far from easy. Over these past few years, you have faced periods of doubt, sleepless nights, countless revisions, and more importantly, personal sacrifices. Along the way, you expanded the boundaries of the knowledge in your field and deepened your own understanding of what it means to lead, to serve, and to grow. When you first arrived on Kean's campus, you were students with potential. Today you leave with your doctorate and a purpose. You see, those letters after your name change more than just your byline or email signature. They shape how you show up, how you are seen, and how you move through the world. This is your moment. This is your triumph. And is one shared with the professors, advisors, colleagues, and loved ones who help carry you through all this day. So let us all stand up for a second, graduates, and let's thank those who supported you on this journey with a round of applause. So please up and stand up and salute them. All right, thank you. Please be seated. Your doctoral journey has coincided with Kean's own remarkable evolution. As New Jersey's first urban research university and our proud R2 research institution, our rise is national recognition that is not just institutional, but is deeply personal. Your research, your resilience, your pursuit of knowledge, that is what powers Kean's momentum. I'm continually inspired by how our doctoral students translate rigorous research into real-world impact. We can see that in the work of graduates like Jimmy Passay, a PhD candidate in counseling and supervision. Jimmy created an 8-week wellness group to support fathers navigating stress, custody, employment, and emotional health. Even while writing his dissertation, he showed up week after week, including during spring break, because his research was never about the data. It was about the people. The results, lives changed, communities strengthened. That research that matters, is where the power of a Kean Doctoral education lies. Real-world impact takes many forms, from directly changing lives in our community to transforming families and advancing breakthroughs that will shape the future of care. We see it in Dr. Linda Reed and Dr. Yasmin Griffin, a mother-daughter duo who are earning their doctorates in education together. You see, they remind us that education can be transformational, not just for individuals, but across generations. And we see it in Gianna Giorello, a doctor of physical therapy graduate and this year's Doctoral Student Researcher of the Year. Her passion for research is fueled by her curiosity for evidence-based practice, as well as the mentorship of Dr. Jenna Tucker, whose guidance has encouraged her to ask bold questions, explore correlations, and develop innovative treatment strategies. Let's give them a round of applause. Each of these stories reflects the very heart of a Kean Doctoral education: bold inquiry, deep commitment, and a drive to make a meaningful difference. So where do you go from here? Earning a doctorate degree does not mean having all the answers. Trust me, I know. The most valuable lessons of doctoral education is not certainty, it is intellectual humility. So as you move forward, I hope you stay curious, ask questions, even when you believe you should already know the answer. Stay hungry, stay humble, admit when you are wrong, and it will make you better. And let others pour into you and give back. As a first-generation college student, graduate myself, I know that the power of education extends beyond the individual. It transforms families and communities for generations to come. So mentor someone. Show up for others the way someone once did for you. While this chapter of your life is complete, your journey is only just beginning. At Kean, our motto is Semper Discerns, always learning. Learning lives on how you lead, how you collaborate, how you listen, and more importantly, how you serve. Today we celebrate your brilliance, your grit, your growth. Tomorrow we will look to you to shape the world. For the students you will teach, the patients you will heal, the communities you will strengthen, guided by empathy, equity, and excellence. Congratulations, doctoral class of 2025. You have made history. Now go out and shape the future and continue to climb higher. God bless.
Please welcome to the podium Dr. David Birdsall, Kean's Provost and Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs. David?
Good evening, graduates, families, friends. It is so wonderful to see you here tonight on this very, very happy occasion. I'd like to extend very briefly a couple of remarks that the President just made about the importance of always learning and the importance of thinking about community impact. And I'd like to put it in this context. You all, sitting in these first few rows, have just done a tremendous amount of work to complete dissertations, research projects that gave you insight into people, practices, things, conditions that we didn't know before that we know now because of your work. Well, here's the little truth behind that, that what you know today is not everything that you will need to know tomorrow. But what you have now is the habit of research, of asking deep questions about the problems that confront us. When I think about when I was sitting where you are 39 years ago, in 1986, I received my doctorate in public communication. I was focused on political television because political television in 1986 was how you got politics to the people. Well, Think of this, at this time, Fox News didn't exist. CNN was 6 years old. There was an internet, but it was in laboratories. Tim Berners-Lee hadn't developed HTTP or HTML, so nobody knew what a web page was because they didn't exist. Fast forward 15 years, and the political communication landscape that I learned how to study is gone, right? That now, instead of everybody in America watching the 3 broadcast networks, remember, not much cable out in the land at that point in time, to a place where we have such an atomized political communication environment, you've got to change your methods, you've got to change your reference points, you've got to embrace disciplines of sociology and human metrics that didn't really impact the way that I studied at that time. But I had a doctoral program that taught me how to do research, to recognize the research question, to know when I needed to grow. And that helped me do the things that I needed to do later on, just as your degrees will help you encounter the unknown knowns that you will face in the coming years. 2 of them strike me as particularly salient for those of you graduating into this environment. The first is coping with the changes that artificial intelligence will bring to whatever profession you embrace. And I want to say that again very clearly, to whatever profession you embrace. This is going to change the way that you work. It is going to change the way that the people you are in competition with work. It is going to change cost curves in every field, from healthcare to teaching to any kind of activity that you can imagine that touches the business or institutional world. And what we know so far is A, that scholars, particularly people who are involved in knowledge work, who use AI, wind up producing better results if they use it well than their colleagues who do not. So you have a very interesting challenge as you see how this rolls out. Don't just witness it, be part of it. Think about incorporating it into your routines. Think about making it a part of who you are so that you can serve patients better, teach more effectively, develop more incisive and quick to market research products with the skills that you have acquired at this university and elsewhere in your work. Second major challenge is the trust that people have, or more precisely don't, in the professions and in expertise generally. The Gallup organization has been polling on this question since the Eisenhower administration, and there is not a single profession that has not declined in the level of public trust over that 60-year period. Not one. If you're a nurse, you're in pretty great shape because 8 in 10 Americans, roughly, really trust nurses. It goes downhill from there. About 2/3 trust engineers. About 60% trust a cluster of health professions, pharmacists, medical doctors, et cetera. And then no other profession in the United States has the trust of even as many as half of the population. And it gets down to, it's really bad news if you're a senator or a member of the House of Representatives, that's 8%, right? So these are, at one level, sort of interesting facts to know and tell, but I would give you more than that. They are challenges to the way that we do our work, because what you have learned makes you expert in the field that you have now mastered, and that you will continue to deepen your mastery over the years. That mastery itself, the credential itself, doesn't necessarily count for as much as it used to, because you still have to build those bonds of trust. And that returns me to the final point that I will share with you today, and that is what Dr. Repollet talked about with making sure that communities see and feel the impact of the work you do. We're going to have to rebuild trust in the professions, show people through the transparency that we evidence, through the way that we engage, through the respectful conversations that we have, by not assuming that those 3 letters after our names, some of you 4, but however many letters you have after your name, that it confers a special status. It confers a special obligation of inquiry, of humility, and of attention to our fellow human beings. And if we all do that, we can begin seeing those Gallup numbers go up in the 2030s and 2040s when you are hitting the shank of your career as senior members of the fields that you have chosen. So I am very, very proud of you, and I cannot wait to see this work all go into practice, given all that you have invested. Now, in addition to everybody in the room today, I would like to acknowledge those students who are not joining us for the ceremony, but are watching on the live stream being broadcast right now. We celebrate your accomplishments as much as anyone here in person. Please enjoy this moment with family and friends wherever you are. Let's hear it for our people online here today. I would also like to recognize university employees who earned their degrees at Kean and the dependents of those employees who are part of the Kean family. They have all made a special commitment to not only take pride in their connection to Kean, but also to trust the university with the most valuable tool in any marketplace, a world-class education. Would all employees and dependents of Kean employees who are graduating please rise? They're all online. There's one. Thank you very much. Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce your class of 2025 doctoral student with distinction, Melissa Jacob, who is graduating with a doctorate in speech-language pathology. Melissa is a standout member of her clinical doctorate program whose work embodies the very spirit of what this degree is meant to achieve. Melissa's research has focused on comparing push-in and pull-out models of dialogic reading instruction in preschool classrooms. Through a rigorous multi-phase study in her district, she found that while both models are effective, pull-out instruction leads to significantly greater student verbal participation. Her work has been so impactful that her school has invited her to join the leadership team in selecting a new reading curriculum, an incredible example of how the program gives speech-language pathologists a meaningful seat at the table. Beyond her research, Melissa created a caseload management tool to help SLPs streamline documentation and focus more on what truly matters, time with their students. She is submitting 2 articles for publication and presenting both a poster and an oral presentation to the New Jersey Speech Hearing Association. Throughout her studies, Melissa has gone above and beyond, often inspiring her peers to push further, resulting in one of the most accomplished cohorts in the program's history. She has achieved all of this while working full-time, serving her community, mentoring master's students, and doing it all with humor, integrity, and a deep commitment to excellence. Melissa Jacobs is a remarkable example of what this profession and this moment calls for. Please join me in welcoming Melissa to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Birdsell, for the warm welcome. Dr. Repillette, esteemed faculty, cherished family and friends, fellow graduates, welcome. My name is Melissa Jacob. It is such a great honor to be here today to be a part of this momentous celebration of our achievements. I am so proud of us. Let's give it up for us, the class of 2025. So, I am a speech-language pathologist, so I'm really used to words coming very easily to me. But every time I sat down to write, I found myself really getting stuck. I wasn't sure if I could do justice to the intensity and the ferocity of the intellectual and emotional labor we've done to get here. So I did like the best doctorate student would do, and I procrastinated. And as I procrastinated, I found myself turning to this idea of legacy and the choices that we make that create it. We all made a choice when we committed to coming and furthering our education here at Kean University. We made financial sacrifices. We turned down plans to focus on our work. We also accepted plans to not focus on our work. Some of us juggled a full-time job in addition to our academic workload. We balanced a family life, and sometimes we even used our free time to relax. But most importantly, we did this all, and we made the choice to uphold Kean's core values of academic excellence, equity, inclusiveness, wellness, and social mobility and public impact. Throughout our time here at Kean, we have created a legacy of being leaders in our respective fields and in our service to others. We've had our intellectual limits pushed time and time again by our supportive professors. Some of us have designed and completed experiments, presented at state and national conventions, completed clinical placements serving vulnerable populations, published papers in academic journals, or, if you're like me, wrote a grand total of 202,357 words, give or take. I didn't count every single word. Our accomplishments are the results of the choices we made every day to do the hard work and to live in the service of others. But I would be remiss to not talk about the community that got us here. Their decision to choose us every single day has carried us to this point. To our mentors and to our professors, thank you for pouring your time and effort into us and for pushing us beyond excellence. To our families and friends, thank you for being our sources of refuge and laughter. To our classmates, to my SLPD girls, thank you for all the late night calls, all the texts, and the words of encouragement. To my loving husband, my family, and my friends, you have made me brave enough to take this step and to make this choice. Our successes are a result of the people who made the choice to choose us. To my fellow graduates, we have had the privilege of experiencing a world-class education here at Kean University with an incredible network of experts in our respective fields. Following Kean's values have led us to be scholars, poised and ready to be leaders within our communities and within the world. Our education and commitment to the service of others is more important now than it ever was before. After you leave here today, you have a choice from here on out to wield your knowledge and expertise in a world that doesn't always respect it or want it. But I encourage you to not be deterred. In the words of American poet Mary Oliver, life is wild and precious. And despite all of life's wildness and unpredictability, my hope is that we all make the choice to keep learning, to uphold the integrity of the scientific process, and to be brave in our choice to continue to serve and protect and build those trusting relationships with those in our communities. The future stretches before us. It is lush, it is beautiful, it is endless, and it is ours. I cannot wait to see what we will do with it. Kean University class of 2025, congratulations. Keep building your legacy. Go and live your one wild and precious life. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. Now please welcome the president of the Kean Alumni Association, Mr. Ed Esposito.
Good evening, and congratulations, graduates. I'm delighted to be here today, not only to celebrate your graduation, but also your induction into the Kean Alumni Association, which happens as soon as this ceremony ends. We look forward to a long and happy future together. As you will soon be Kean University alumni, please join singer Ashley Muhato, who is graduating with a Master's in Arts and Speech Pathology, as we perform the alma mater together, our traditional school song. Please rise and refer to the printed lyrics that can be found on the inside cover of the last page of your program.
As we march forward towards our horizon low, we will trust with pride in our education, raising our flags of silver and blue. To Kean, we will always be true. The spark of knowledge has ignited within us. We go forward, spreading love from all around us. Our future is clear, and we're grateful to thee. To Kean, we will sing our loyalty. So we rally round and stand here before her, the pride of the Garden State with reverence and honor, knowing our purpose is strong and true. We lift our voices and we rejoice in Kean University.
That was beautiful, Ashley. Are you ready? Yeah? Okay, it's time. We will now proceed with the conferral degrees. Will the dissertation chairs and doctoral candidates please make their way to the stage? Will tonight's reader please move to the side podium? Will Dr. Repollet, Dr. Birdsall, and the representing dean please come forward to congratulate our doctoral candidates? Each doctoral degree will be announced followed by the name of the dissertation chairs and the name of the students who are graduating in that discipline. Students, as the student before you is hooded, please be prepared to hand your academic regalia in the instructed position to your dissertation chair so you can be hooded while your name is being called. After you have been hooded, please exit the stage. We're ready to go.
As I call your names, please come forward so you can be hooded and receive your diploma cover. The first group of students is each receiving a Doctor of Education in Educational Leadership. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Euphemia Christie. Lisa Martin. Perry Medina. Zelda Spence. Mark Williams. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Raphael Inoa. Yasmin Griffin. Omawumi Ioha. Janine Maniscalco. Aruna Alima Mathura. Uchenna Okosa. Yenny Quezada. Linda J. Reed. Marianne Tankard. Janabu Williams. The next group of students is each receiving a Doctor of Philosophy in Counseling and Supervision. The following student will be hooded by Dr. Jennifer Vinces Kua. Lisa Cardello. The following student will be hooded by Dr. E. Ying Lin. Janina Ruiz. The following student will be hooded by Dr. Rebecca Pender. Jimmy Passe. The next group of students is each receiving a Doctor of Occupational Therapy. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Victor Michael Camacho. Carly Block. Therese Meili. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Jennifer Gardner. Gabriella Duran. Matthew Ungerer. The following student will be hooded by Dr. Lori Neese Matthews. Tamar Moore. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Zahava Friedman. Danielle Senato. Gina Tartza. The next group of students is each receiving a Doctor of Physical Therapy. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Alka Bishnoi. Ji-En Lee. Tommaso Mazzeo. Joshua Medina. Mitchell Patton. Haley Piemonte. Victoria Rapaglia. Anthony Rua. Gwyneth Pauline San Augustin. Mary Elizabeth Valentino. Sierra Wilhelm. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Jenna Tucker. Rowan Albisani. Lena Atia. Nicole Blackwell. Mark Joseph Bernardi. Nathaniel Burrell. Cassidy Cardis. Dennis Fernandez. Abigail Ganley. Gianna Giorello. Daniel Harrison. Madeline Keelan. Aliza Kurtz. Juliana Lafano. The next group of students is each receiving a Doctor of Psychology in School and Clinical Psychology. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Aaron Gooby. Gitty Freeman. Casey Theriault. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Adrian Garo, Debbie Chung. Catherine Cornet. Jonathan Asherlev Mintz. The following student will be hooded by Dr. David Brandwine. Simone Cooper. The following student will be hooded by Dr. Donald Marks. Jacob Schreier. The following student will be hooded by Dr. Jennifer Block Lerner. Salugna Chohan Itikyala. The following student will be hooded by Dr. Carrie Giordano. Hennessy's Polino. The next group of students is each receiving a Doctor of Speech-Language Pathology. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Iyad Ghanim, Carmen Caparasso. Lindsay Nicole Koffel. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Sarah Patton. Angela Ronan. Melissa Jacob. Would President Repollet please return to the podium?
Will the faculty and deans please rise? Will all the candidates for the doctorate degrees please rise? By virtue of the authority delegated to me by the Kean University Board of Trustees and in recognition of your attainments in completing the curriculum prescribed by your faculty, I am pleased to officially confer upon you the following degrees: Doctor of Education and Educational Leadership, Doctor of Philosophy in Counseling and Supervision, Doctor of Occupational Therapy, Doctor of Physical Therapy, Doctor of Psychology in School and Clinical Psychology, and Doctor of Speech-Language Pathology, with all the rights, honors, and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations, graduates. Will the marshal please rise? In a moment, the graduates exit the theater. You guys are done. Congratulations. Please keep the aisles clear and stay in your seats until instructed by the marshals to join the recessional. With the closing of this ceremony, I officially declare the 2025 doctoral ceremony now ended. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening, and God bless.